Today is going to be a follow-up to the Tenacity. Sprayed about a week ago. As you can tell, there's a decent amount of deadness going on. And it needs to be mowed. It's a nice little patch over here. That's a lawn kitty. Okay, so a little brief narration of what's going to happen. I'm going to cut it and cut it short. I usually cut it 3 inches. Today is going to be about 2. Then I'm going to bring out the world's best or cheapest lawn dethatcher, and I'm going to bring it out. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that. I'll be right back. Okay, so step 1 is done. It's mowed. It's going to be a couple steps we're going to do today, and hopefully within 2 weeks everything will look a lot better. It looks pretty good now, but I don't like having white in my grass. We might even do a liquid iron treatment. If we're feeling it today, we'll do that. Anyway, next. So, this is the best and cheapest dethatcher you can get. If you're doing under, I don't know, 2,000, 2,500 square feet of grass, this is it. It is a Mantis rototiller. Pretty standard. 2-cycle. You could also have the 4, I'm assuming. That comes with a Honda engine. I'm personally more fond of these, though. I just feel like they have more power. That's just my personal opinion. On the bottom, though, it has the same transmission, same everything, except there's dethatcher attachment. They actually work pretty good. The only problem is the center's missing some. So when you use it, you have to kind of go over where you did a little bit in the center before. So, for instance, you start, and then you move 1 times where the center is. So you really only do maybe 12 inches at a time, 10 inches at a time. So instead of doing 2 passes, which would usually be happening with a full-sized one, you're just going to do 1 pass, except yours going to go over twice every time. So the time savings, it's about the same, I would say. I rented one before, and it took me, I don't know, 20 minutes, 15 minutes to do this, and it's about 400 square feet, I want to say. Anyway, so gonna get it started, put you in the mount, and get it done. And I want to show you what it pulls up, because right now I do this every spring. This is really good to kind of open up the soil, get rid of the, look, good kitty, yeah, good kitty. Anyway, it's good to get oxygen down, especially in the springtime when things are going to be a little probably wetter, especially in my area. Helps reduce mold and other type of disease issues. It gets rid of a lot. And when I mowed, this is a good section to go over, I did not mulch. I bagged. So there's no point of mulching if we're just going to be taking it right back up right now. Okay, so other than that, I think that's really about it. This cost me a total of $140. I paid $40 for the motor. Probably $150. I paid it about $10 to fix it. Filter, plug, carb kit, stuff like that. I think also the handle. And the Thatcher attachment, Thatcher attachment was $100 on Amazon, and it took all of 10 minutes to install. The hardest part is putting those fins on. Okay, put you on the stand. Okay, and here is the aftermath. A lot of dead grass, hopefully a lot of POA dead. It's going to clean it up. Going to take the lawnmower, bag it, and then bring you guys back. I'm not going to cut any lower. This is just to kind of pick up all this nonsense. Okay, be right back. Okay, so that's the outcome. Looks pretty good. A couple chunks here and there I'm not too worried about. Next step, however, is critical. For the springtime at least, buy this. You can use, 16 or whatnot. I have a really high concentration of phosphorus in my yard because of the natural organic fertilizer I use, which is more organite. So I try not to put a lot on there, but I want a lot of nitrogen. That's a 29.55. What that breaks down to in a bag, 29% of it is nitrogen, 5% is phosphorus, the other one is potassium or potash. Potash will give you a nice little green color, so will nitrogen. So we're going to have a little bit of potash, we'll have a lot of nitrogen. How you calculate it out is per 1,000 square feet. I have about... Anyway, to calculate it out. Unfortunately, my camera decided to be a little interesting, so I don't know if you saw all that, but the next step after mowing is to obviously fertilize. We put that on there, and then I can't really stress enough how important it is to actually clean up your fertilizer that's on the concrete. That's why I use the blower, and since I was going to be using the blower, I figured I might as well might as well give it a nice little clean look. So afterwards, this is what everything looks like. A little rough, but it should be pretty good. Definitely a lot less white. This area always gets hit hard. I don't know why. But yeah, other parts nice and thick. Should be relatively decent in another couple weeks. So I want to express why I put a lot of nitrogen. Okay, so I want to really drive home the reason why I put a lot of nitrogen on it. Nitrogen helps with top growth. It will make it grow fast. It will require a lot of mowing. Be prepared for that. I'm assuming every 3 days, maybe even 2, depends. But by doing that, it will get thick, it will grow fast, thick, and it will look nice a lot faster. This is mostly Kentucky bluegrass, but there is a little fescue, mainly right here because it's shady. But other than that, we're just gonna. This is my way of getting rid of POA a little faster, because I don't like to have this in the summertime, because the problem with waiting for the summer is it can create holes. This is the time of year when this type of grass grows fast, so I like to get it done fast now, and by doing this it actually lowers the amount every year. This first year was horrible, but this is now year number 3. Before, this entire lawn was white. I wanted to add this to the end of the video because I forgot the last step. I use humic acid pretty heavily in the springtime as well as the fall, especially when I fertilize. This is a liquid fertilizer I use, especially when I put the high nitrogen, low phosphorus and potassium fertilizer. It's a 0-10-10. There's no nitrogen, but there's 10% phosphorus and 10% potassium. I put about 12 ounces per my 400 square feet, so it's not too heavy. This, however, I put probably closer to 20 ounces. Humic acid is not a fertilizer. It's kind of like a fertilizer booster. In that booster, let me grab it real quick. I fill up one of these little bottles, put a sprayer on a hose and sprayer, and I spray the lawn. You just let it go until it turns clear, spray a little longer, and then at that point it will help it grow. What this mainly is good for is to kind of jumpstart how the plant uses the fertilizer. You could put this in plants, grass, shrubs, flowers, doesn't matter. I put basically everything. It makes things a lot more available because there's a difference between what's there and what's available for the plant to use, and this makes a lot more of it available and less likely to, wash away. Okay, so I just want to add that. In here is 20 ounces of humic acid, 12 ounces of the 0-10-10, and also 2 ounces of liquid iron. That just kind of makes bluegrass a little more blue. Or, I guess other grass is a little bit more blue too, but bluegrass really shines. Okay, so just want to show everyone the little chemical area and kind of go over those 2 main items I'm going to be applying today, as well as the granular fertilizer. Okay, well, this should be about it. Definitely like, subscribe, and keep on watching. Bye.